Shalom, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Racha HaKorash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of GMS, who I learned this truth from, and salutations and blessings to you elect, starting with the 144,000 on down. So real quick, this is Revelation 14, and this is dealing with the virgins. All right, the virgins, and I found something that I wanted to bring out. Revelation 14:1, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of a harper, and I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts, and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb. Now, as we in the ministry know, when it says these are they which are not defiled with women, is not referring to the physical, right, actual woman in the scriptures. Other philosophies, for example, the book of Proverbs, I believe that's wisdom is also referred to as a woman, but this is specifically dealing with fornication of the spiritual, pretty much adultery, which is spiritual adultery, which is idolatry. All right, subscribing to various philosophies. This is Proverbs 7:4. It says, "Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy thy kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words." Right? What's that strange woman? It's a different philosophy. You know, why is it represented as a woman? It's also represented as a harlot. When we read in verse 10, "And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart," because these philosophies, some of these ones are looking better than others. You know, some of them, they have appeal, they sound nice and smooth, right? So it's symbolic of a woman, you know, a man and a woman getting together, right? It's pleasurable. So that's how these other philosophies, you can read on, but I'm not going to read everything here. That's how these other philosophies are represented as. All right, but they were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. So this is not speaking about, again, physical. Let me get that. Wisdom of Solomon 14:12, "For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life." Right? So that's spiritual fornication. You have carnal fornication, which is what? Physical adultery, right? You sleeping with a woman that's married to another man. But when you commit spiritual fornication, when you subscribe to other philosophies, or you worship other gods, and you're an idolater, you are committing spiritual fornication. Okay. No, I couldn't find it. That's all right. The point was made. I made the point anyway. Well, here's one actually, Revelation 2:14. "But I have a few things against thee, because thou hast there them that hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel to eat things sacrificed unto idols and to commit fornication. Okay? So in the ancient world, when you were down with the idol, it doesn't matter if it was Beelzebub, Baal Peor, it doesn't matter what kind of god it was. When you subscribe to that god, you had to do certain rituals, customs, eat certain things. And hence you were already committing spiritual fornication. Now what I found was, okay, not to tarry too long, what I found let's look up some of these words. Let's look up virgin. Right, look, it says parthenos. Down here it says a man who has abstained from all uncleanness and whoredom attendant on idolatry and so has kept his chastity in the spiritual sense. Okay, so the men of the Lord, they are not idolaters. We don't believe in Jeezy Creasy, Vishnu. All right, we don't have a $20 bill, taped up somewhere with an idol. We don't worship Hanuman. We don't subscribe to this system. Hence we pray for that spirit that we will reject the hour of temptation, the mark of the beast. Okay, but we don't subscribe to this system. We don't get wowed and oh my God and wooed, when Elon Musk says something or when Trump or any of these people. We're just watching for prophecy. Okay, we're just watching for prophecy straight. That's all we're doing. Now, when you look up the word defiled, they were not defiled. This is very interesting. The word is
Strong's G 3435, maluno. Maluno.
Maluno means to pollute, stain, contaminate, defile. Used in New Testament of those who have not kept themselves pure from the defilements of sin, who have soiled themselves by fornication and adultery. Okay? Again, this is dealing with what? Any kind of sin, really, right? The defilement of sin. And these people are defiled in sin. They are actively and unbeknownst, to themselves, committing spiritual fornication, idolatry, worshiping other gods, having idols in their life, having certain mindsets, subscribing to mindsets and lifestyles. So these people are completely gone in the ways of spiritual fornication. Okay, but the point is it's a pollute, it's a stain. Okay, blessed is he that keepeth his garments. What is that scripture in the book of Jude? These are spots at your feasts, in your feasts. Okay, which I'm going to get it right after. But look, so the word for defiled is millennial. The root is melas, which means black. Black. All right, the black Hebrew Israelites. This is why we don't call ourselves black Hebrew Israelites. There's no such thing as black. Okay, these social classifications, of race and ethnicity and all these things, it's exactly what that is. It's a social classification. It's a social caste system. It's created by Edomites primarily. Okay, basing your race off of your phenotype, your physical appearance, your skin color, so to speak. So black, melas, right? That's very closely related to melanus, right? But melas, which means black. So to be defiled means black. All right? So we're not the black Hebrew Israelites. The 144 are not black. Okay? That's why we say the Israelites in Egypt and in history are of dark pigment, or what you call so-called black. Okay, but we're not the black Hebrew Israelites. Okay, because to be black means void of light, sin, iniquity, right? Let's get that. The color black, psychology, meaning, and fact, typeform.com. Okay, so I'm going to go straight to the point. Let's go to negative associations. Despite its favorable qualities, black can also evoke feelings like fear and sadness. Let's dive into the darker side of the color black to reveal the negative associations it can conjure, right? Because these devils conjure things. So they call you black Afro-American, black African-American, black American, a black person, the black race. It's all void of light. Now, before I read these, there is, of course, what do you call it, positive associations, right? Like, for example, you want your soil to be black, right? You want your soil to be dark, right? You want it to have humus, right? Humus is a substance of rich that's located in rich soil. You want all those minerals. Just because you have a black dog or a black cat, that's not wicked. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we're talking about. But we're talking about the association of classifying people. There's no such thing as white people or black people. But Esau will call himself white for that association with what? Light, righteousness, good, purity, etc. So death and mourning, in many cultures, black is the traditional color for mourning clothes. That's very true. The color black symbolizes loss, grief, and solemnity. Fear in the unknown. Its association with darkness can lead to feelings of anxiety, fear, or negativity. The dark hue can represent danger, evil, or the ominous. Emptiness and absence. The complete lack of color can evoke a sense of emptiness, nothingness, or void. Anger and aggression. The intensity of the dark hue can sometimes be associated with violence, anger, and aggression. And this is the psychological meaning of the color black. All right? So, again, Melis, black, right, goes back to defiled. That's where you get defiled. So they were not defiled. They were not black. They were not in sin. Okay, even though we commit sin, we are in these bodies. The Lord pardoned the elect. All right, He will pardon the elect and absolve them of their sin. Okay, even though they are in sin. Okay, but they will not be found in sin. That's the point. And also, it says they are the first fruits. When we look up this word first fruit,
Strong's G 536. Aparche. Aparche.
aparche, which means to offer firstlings or first fruits. Down here, persons superior in excellence to others of the same class. So yes, you people want to get upset about the apostles and the elders and leaders, and just like Korah, just like my last lesson I did, where Korah and them men, they were getting mad about, oh, we're like your subjects, Moses. You're like the prince over us. We're like your subjects. In the spirit, that was the king. In the spirit, that was King David. But they were getting mad that there was a leadership. And there's the same spirit out here with you people, you renegades, you Johnny-come-latelys, you pop-up Israelites, you guys as the associate camps that give double honors to the elders but never check in and never want to be under the tutelage and the discipline of what it takes to be a GMS member, because you guys can take 3 weeks off, 4 weeks off, 5 weeks off the highways and no one really checks you. No one's going to really check you because you're not part of anything. But you kind of associate, the double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Yeah, double honors. So there's people that are superior in excellence to others of the same class. We're all Israelites. We're all going to be in the kingdom, but there will be a leadership, man. There's going to be a rank and file. Okay, there's going to be there's going to be the precious all the way down. Everyone's going to be precious, but there's going to be, there's gold, there's silver. You know what I mean? There's different qualities. All right. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that out. I found that very interesting about the word black as defiled. So call halal yam la Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Racha HaKodash. Shalom to the elect.